Content warning. Today's episode of Pop Culture covers topics that may be disturbing for some viewers or listeners. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Hello, my lovely hummingbirds. For today's video, we are kicking off straight on with the makeup look. Make sure you pay attention to the subtitles on the screen, as those will be the instructions. I will not be doing a full voiceover for today's makeup look. It is sunflower inspired though. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a whole lot of fun recreating it yourselves. Enjoy! Oh, what do we think about the makeup look? Personally, I'm obsessed. It's so sunflower gorgeous. Anyway, my lovely hummingbirds, this is where I leave you for the makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. And stick around for the rest of today's episode. Enjoy. Hello, my lovely hummingbirds. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Makeup and Motivation here on Pop Culture with your lovely host, Monroe. How is it going? Happy Lent, happy Ramadan, happy Ash Wednesday, happy Women's History Month, Endometriosis Awareness Month, and Happy New Month indeed. So, hi, welcome. Whether you are new or just starting off in the pop culture journey, this is Makeup and Motivation, the series on this channel where we talk everything music, movie, medias, entertainment, popular culture as a whole, plus everything that's going on in the latest happenings when it comes to gossip, celebrity gossip, news, worldwide, and so much more. And we do some cutesy makeup looks in the process of it all. That said, hi my lovely hummingbirds, welcome back. It's been a minute. I know. And if you're watching me at home from YouTube, you're like, Monroe, what the fuck is on your forehead? It's Ash Wednesday, y'all. And your girl is born and raised Catholic. So, yes, even with all my tarot brujita spiritual stuff, yes, I believe in God. But anywho, that said, hi. I believe a reintroduction is in order. So if you guys are new to the channel, welcome to a very chaotic side of podcasting and then some. I can't believe we're doing a reintroduction already. So typically I like to do these about every year or so, just for a refresher for all my longtime listeners and viewers. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support over the years. It means everything to me. Let me not get choked up. Sometimes it happens around Spotify Wrapped, and more often than not, it will happen around Pop Culture Day, which is the anniversary of when pop culture was first created, when it first commenced. She is a Taurus. She is a stubborn baby, but this time around, we are doing it on Season 5, Episode 28. And it has been an impromptu disappearance from me for a couple weeks due to life and health issues and the state of the world and my mental, and just not having the bandwidth or time or space or energy to record content like I would like to. That said, reintroduction ago. Hi, my lovely hummingbirds. I am your lovely host, Monroe, or Ella Monroe Vasquez. I am a content creator, endometriosis advocate, a little witchy brujita auntie on the internet. I am an auntie, a godmama. Yes, I believe in God. I believe in spirit, in the universe, in ancestors, and angels, and La Virgen de Guadalupe. I do content on this channel. I am a self-taught makeup artist. I was going to go to beauty school, and then the universe was like, Kaplan, health issues. I also am 1 in 10. And if you're like, what the fuck is 1 in 10? Hi, welcome. This is your introduction, sort of. If you want a proper introduction, go check out any of these episodes. But it is the statistic for endometriosis, or endo warriors, as they are most commonly known within the endometriosis awareness advocacy. Being 1 in 10 means 1 out of every 10 women, supposedly, and that's going to be an episode for later this, have or develop endometriosis at some point during their reproductive years, it is believed, so far, with what is known. I am an endo warrior. I have had it since I was a kid. I was one of the youngest patients to date in her story, to be diagnosed with endometriosis. I have already had my big surgery, which is a partial hysterectomy. And this is my channel. Pop culture is essentially built around everything that I love, everything that I have learned over the years, and bringing it forward to you with a dash of sass, charisma, cosplay, and a whole bunch of laughs and sarcasm and entertainment, and a little bit of dark humor to boot. Makeup and Motivation specifically is the series, as I mentioned, on this channel where we get into everything of everything. It is also the series that really kicked off this channel to begin with, when pop culture was just a wee baby. She's a toddler at this point. But I wanted to do a reintroduction because I have been posting very sporadically. Season 5 has kicked my ass. I thought Season 4 was a crazy little doozy. No, Season 5. Season 5 went ham. And it just really has a lot to do with the back end of everything that's going on, life. I just heard life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm done. No, but in all actuality, when I started this channel, when I started this series, I actually took it over from a previous company that I had partnership with one of my besties, LLP Media, and then COVID hit, and she was like, pop culture is your baby, do with it what you will. And I was like, period. And I was like, what will I do with it? And I was like, pretty good at makeup, let's do some makeup looks. And I was like, pretty good at finding out what's happening in the world of pop culture, let's throw that in there. I was like, really developing fully into my spiritual journey, let me show people everything I've learned. And then I was like, really like doing reviews and doing artist and entrepreneurial interviews, let's throw that in there. And then I was like, but nothing will ever change the fact that I do have a chronic medical condition that has plagued me my entire life and will be there for the rest of my life. And I have all the resources that I have been blessed with, and I have all the information that I've been blessed with amongst this very intense journey that is my endo life. Let's share it. Now, it's been the hardest part to develop on this channel. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's been kicking me in the butt. That said, hi. I am your 30, soon to be 31. Oh, gasp. Lovely host Monroe. That is your gorgeous glittering queen, because welcome to the glittering, my lovely hummingbirds. You will hear me use the term glittering, tune, bouquet interchangeably throughout the entirety of watching the videos on this channel, because that is the name for like a collective of hummingbirds. There is an episode, and I can't remember which one it is. It's probably one of the ones with the little picture of the hummingbird on Spotify. But I go more into detail of like the names of a hummingbird and why I picked the hummingbirds for this collective of viewers. Why am I nervous and sweating? Oh my gosh. Kind of looks like, oh my god, y'all remember, or not remember, hello, she's still there, but the Morton Salt girl. Looks like that's her with her umbrella walking in a puddle. That's so random. I'm about to snort of laughter. Okay. That is the purpose of this channel, to bring everything I love and have learned throughout life, not only to give myself an outlet from my day-to-day, but also bring you all that information and knowledge and entertainment and, you know, educative what? Educative information and things that I've learned along the way, especially when it comes to endometriosis. The reason why I am also doing this reintroduction, as I mentioned, we did an impromptu hiatus. And if you've been down for me since day one, my lovely hummingbirds, which, like, I love y'all. Thank you from the bottom of my soul, from the depths of my heart and spirit, because it absolutely, this podcast has been a saving grace to me in some really, really dark fucking moments. Honks of confirmation in the background. And if you've been tuning in this long, you're not surprised by my impromptu goings ways. If you are new here and you're like, damn, this inconsistent ass motherfucker, like, she ain't posting every week, she ain't posting every day, what's going on with the content? One of the things that I wanted for pop culture, and at first I didn't, at first I would really beat myself up over it, over not posting as consistently as I wanted to, of not being able to do things on the daily, of not being able to put on what was in my mind the typical influencer persona forward and shell out content every day and do all these things. And I felt real guilty about it. I was sick to my core. I was like, you inconsistent, awful, like all the horrible things I could possibly say to myself, I did. And I sat there and I was like, okay, but that's not real life. And while yes, the internet is not real life to some degree, right? I did really want pop culture to exemplify, to a certain degree, what it is like to live a life with a condition that is not readily visible. Because trust me, if y'all see me out here in these streets walking looking like a motherfucking body full beat, just you're like, ain't nothing wrong with this motherfucker. Look at her out here laughing her ass off, giggling her tits off, boobing boobily. Sorry, I'm reading Butcher and Blackbird. And one of the characters literally said that Sloane. She was like, sorry, just a little. Also, we go on so many fucking tangents, but it all comes back to a point. I promise you that. So Sloane, in the book, spoilers, she's going after something. I'm gonna try and not ruin it so much. But Sloane and Rowan, okay. Main female, main male character. And she's chasing after somebody. And Rowan's like, where are you going? She's like, I'm boobing boobily. Because it's a running joke of how, like, women, when it comes, especially to spicy books, write men and how men write women. And how they all just objectify each other. Anyway. Horrible joke. But I am very in the 3D world. Outside of your screen, outside of your speakers, or however you tune into pop culture, I am very like this. Very boisterous, very happy, very prancing around and never really sitting still or being in one place, being in a million places at once and having my head running a mile a minute. That is me. And if you meet me in real life, that's the version you're going to 9 times out of 10 most likely get, depending on the setting, because, you know, professional setting, completely different person. But I, for a long time, lived my life with the attempt to be normal and the desire to be normal and to not have endometriosis be my identity or even remotely known to be a part of me or whatever have you. And I go way more into the personal details of it in this gorgeous right here freaking thing of 100 Latina birthdays that I got to be a part of, that I'm so immensely grateful. Thank you so much to everyone that was involved in that project. I literally want to cry, Julia. That was an incredible opportunity. Thank you so much to not me about to start sobbing. We're barely 15 minutes in, just under. To everyone at the Endometriosis Association. It's such an incredible opportunity that to this day I'm just like, I cannot believe that it happened, right? I fought against parts of myself because I wanted to be what I believed would be perceived as the best parts of myself for a really long time. And then nature and life and healing and all that gorgeous stuff we talk about here on Makeup and Motivation and Pop Culture took its course, and I was like, holy shit, I am denying some of the best parts of myself that have brought me to be the woman that I am today. And I was like, okay, let me bring that forward. The reason for this very long-winded introduction or reintroduction to pop culture is because, hi, my lovely hummingbirds. Like I said, I was gone for a few weeks. I've been gone on some impromptu hiatuses throughout season 5. It has kicked me in the ass to do so. And then I realized, well, I am really on no one's timeline but my own when it comes to this thing, and that also slightly freaks me the fuck out. But why does this all matter? Why am I talking so much about all of this? So today's episode is really just that. So the state of the world, Trump won the election again. He's basically doing mass deportations, doing everything possibly unconstitutional that he can do. People on the internet are talking Jax. I can't remember her full freaking handle every time. This is her full handle. But I think it's Jax Tux Chisme. Either way, saw her video, saw a few other videos talking about how like USCIS is going to make it a thing where like people have to disclose their social media accounts, which like I feel has always like really been a thing. Like if you have social media and you have that like online footprint, whether it is an employment opportunity, whether it is whatever it is, like they're gonna look at your shit. And if it's like whatever legal reasoning, if I'm not mistaken, Meta, especially because they own pretty much almost all social media, they have to release that like information and those records and all that data and shit. I don't know, but we are moving forward in times that are not easy, okay, for everyone. And for individuals that did vote for, oh my god, what did somebody call him? The Orange Sith Lord? Yeah. It's unsettling times. It's heartbreaking. I talked more about just how against the Constitution all of this really is and how unpatriotic it is. And I do a sick-ass Wonder Woman cosplay. You should go look at it. But for a long time, I didn't really talk politics on pop culture. Not that deeply, right? We didn't really get into everything because I, one, was not very politically adept. While I was aware generally of things that were occurring and things that would impact me as a whole, I kind of just was so enveloped in my own day-to-day that I was like, I don't have time for this. And then COVID happened and I was like, oh, we got time. Oh, we have time today. And I started paying attention more and researching more and listening more and bringing forward information to you all as well. As a Latina woman, first generation, Mexicana, with endometriosis, right? That has been an endo warrior since she was a child. Seeing the way that things are turning in this country is terrifying. Just simply put, I mean, last year, year and a half ago, 2 years ago, everything's a blur lately, but Biden had signed a petition to move forward with more research and availability of resources to women and individuals with endometriosis. I don't know where that stands now. They signed more bills for the favor of reproductive health. I don't know where that stands now. Mass deportations. I mean, just the entire uprooting of the governmental system itself and employees, and just, it's chaos. And so you will be hearing more about what's going on, and of course it's still not going to lose its pop culture flair, but we're going to get more into everything that is going on and why it's going on and why it matters to the world of life, love, and self-healing and all that gorgeous stuff we talk about here on Makeup and Motivation. That said, why am I bringing up my impromptu hiatus and my chronic illness and all of that? One, because it's my fucking channel and I definitely can. Two, because it is part of the basis of this fucking channel. And three, because it is Women's Month. Happy Women's Month. Happy March. Happy Endometriosis Awareness Month. Wear yellow! That's why we did a sunflower look for the eyes. And you will be seeing a whole bunch more yellow makeup looks throughout. There are going to be some that I'm not going to be wearing yellow at all, just because theme. We love a good theme with our topics of conversation for the day. Today's topic of conversation is as follows. Where did I write it? Jeez. So the title of today's episode is March is for a Marvelous Multitude of Possibilities. And honestly, I love that for us. So originally this episode was supposed to be released on Monday, which is originally Makeup and Motivation Day, because Makeup and Motivation Mondays just does something to my little artist spirit. It's all M's. It makes me happy. But that didn't fucking happen. I'm currently in recovery for an injury to my foot and ankle, which has progressed to my leg, essentially. And being at work on my feet 8 hours a day has been very detrimental to that, unfortunately. And on my days when I was supposed to record, I just end up sleeping and in pain and in recovery. Why does this matter? Why is she telling the skin the rest of the glittering and clarify is part of what I do? Why does all of this matter? My impromptu absences from pop culture, my impromptu hiatuses is what I call them. Right, because it really is a hiatus. The universe be like, you running around, you're not sleeping, you're not hydrating, pfft, down. And I'm literally on bed rest for 5 days at a time, this time around. If y'all were here circa 2022, 2021, when all this other post-COVID chaos was happening to my body, and then endometriosis chaos again, and prolapse and all this stuff, I'd be talking shit over. Prolapse round 1, because we're on round 2 right now, but that's for a whole different episode. I went down for the count for much longer than a couple weeks at a time, a few days at a time. It's been a wild ride when it comes to pop culture and just my life personally. I've cried on this podcast. I've yelled on this podcast. I've laughed. I've coughed my life away when I had COVID and I was still trying to record and do all this stuff. So I wouldn't lose my sanity in the process. Or any more than I already have. Why does this matter? So, astrologically, I love you, my lovely hummingbirds, but I just felt like, oh, this bitch. Yes, astrologically, we got a whole lot going on planetarily. No, like, actually, though, like, we are in a whole repeating cycles that we're, like, meant to close off after, like, a 16-year period and a 12-year period and a 10-year period. It's all very dramatic.
all very dramatic. I was laughing, and not like a haha, this is funny kind of laugh, but a like, this is a cycle kind of laugh. So, again, Catholic. Points to the ashes. Catholic. I was having a conversation, pretty sure it was with my sister, and I was like, it's really funny, not haha funny, but it's like funny that like the last time the Pope was dying and the president was trying to go to war and the economy was shit, planets were doing the exact same thing they are now. And then I like took it back and was reflecting where my life was at that point in time, and this is around Pope John Paul II, God rest his soul. And I was like, and then we got Pope Benedict, who ended up stepping down from his popedom. That's not the actual it's papacy. I'm like, that's not the actual word, but I was like, let me not be sacrilegious right now, because I said popedom and it sounded like dimmadome, and I was like, let me not let me not get excommunicated, Lord, please. But cycles came up, and how in life we really do end up either repeating patterns, repeating situations, or being placed in spaces in which we were previously in order to see if we learn the fucking lesson, or how are we going to take what we've already learned and move forward to where we need to be. I keep hitting everything with my elbow, and oh my god, this creator, I just started following her. I had seen a few of her videos and I was like, oh my god, bitch, I love your makeup. I'm gonna find you and your tag will be in this video. Because I love your fucking makeup and I love your attitude. But she says something about hitting your elbow that it's like good luck or something. I don't know. But the point here is, we're talking about cycles, and with the fact that today's topic of conversation is March is for a marvelous multitude of possibilities, is because when it comes to uncertain times, anything is possible. The good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And the wonderful, and the spectacular, and the minuscule miniature moments of ahas and ha-has, and peace and happiness and joy amongst the chaos. March for me is not an easy month. It really isn't. Your girl's been traumatized a few times throughout her life for various reasons. And March, because it is Endometriosis Awareness Month, brings a whole lot of emotions for me. Sorry about that, y'all. Blender fell off the counter. As I was saying, March is a difficult month for me because the girl's been traumatized. Like my little vasito, my vasito. That's literally what I tell my mom. She's like, which mug do you want today? I'm like, but March ain't easy for me. It comes with, like I said, very bittersweet moments. Not so bitter, just, very melancholic, very in my feels, very also that beginning of the month when my pains started raging. I'm like, yes, I have health issues. That said, I am very grateful for everything that is to come for pop culture. Because while, yes, things are chaotic as shit as far as posting and all the sporadic impromptu hiatuses, I'm very blessed and very lucky to have the resources and the individuals that I know, and being able to talk to all of these people and to bring all the information forward and to bring all the fun content forward as well, like the movie reviews and so much more spectacular things to come for pop culture, and just a lot of things that I'm working on. the reason why today's topic of conversation is March is for a marvelous multitude of possibilities. In recent times, with the demonization of DEI, which is like, what the fuck? With the world turning to a point where things are already seeming as they are going to be much more complicated, especially for vulnerable communities or those that are deemed as different or ostracized or as other. I think it is more important than ever to speak up. Like I mentioned, if you watch me walking down the street, boobing boobily, walking her, like my bestie says, with my resting bitch face until the moment I see her. Because I be walking like, probably listening to fucking Chapel Roan, honestly. Looking angry as hell for no reason. Then I'm like, tra la la la, right? You wouldn't be the wiser. You wouldn't know, oh my god, that girl has endometriosis. Because it is a condition that hides. It is a chronic medical illness, medical disease, medical condition, a full body disease that affects 1 in 10 women approximately. I definitely believe that the number is much higher than that. And we will get into that episode later, titled 1 in 10. And if you are watching me from the future and you have not yet seen 1 in 10, go watch it. But I don't know why I was like shaking peace signs. Jeez. Anywho. It is yes, today's topic of conversation is essentially the fact that it is Women's History Month and Endometriosis Awareness Month. That is today's topic. Because I am a baddie that is a woman and has endometriosis. And has had it for so long. I've had a long go as an endo warrior. With endometriosis, and if you're like, I'm not gonna go watch the video of you dressed as Misty, and you have a conversation about all the symptoms and all that it entails. Endometriosis is really a seemingly quiet disease. A disease that can mimic a multitude of others. And definitely causes a myriad more. I've definitely said before that endometriosis causes about 85% of the disability list and is not considered a disability itself. Endo is a very painful and honestly can be a silent killer, in my opinion. It hides behind the guise of menstrual pain. It hides behind the guise of exhaustion, of depression, anxiety, weight fluctuations, incontinence, urinary urgency, pH imbalance issues, hormonal issues, PCOS, heart disease, asthma, prolapse, bloating, nausea, distension, vertigo, irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, gastrointestinal issues, colon issues, cancers, whether cervical, uterine, or otherwise. It hides behind infertility issues. It is the great mimicker. I have likened endometriosis to Venom from Spider-Man. And if you're audio only and you're like, what was that noise? Because you're not a Spider-Man fan, it's when Peter Parker's getting overrun by Venom in Spider-Man 3. It consumes the body, and the mind, and the spirit, and the wealth of not only Endo warriors, but allies, partners, family, friends, medical team, all those involved. It takes time for diagnosis. Roughly, an estimate around 10 years for a proper diagnosis. Some can receive it sooner, others never really get one until it's too late. Or it's too far along. There is no cure for this condition. It is treatable, which more often than not involves routine procedures and hormones and pain medication for the rest of your life, and an adjustment to daily life, and having to start and restart, pull back, restart all over again, jump right back in, and start over. I had an incident occur recently where, and while I do not believe this came from a negative space whatsoever, I also glaringly realized why the work that I am doing is so important. Why now more than ever we have to speak up about Endo and getting more people to know what it is and just how bad it actually freaking is. Because it fucking sucks. Okay, Endo sucks. It does. I'm not gonna sit here and be all cutesy and just like tell you the good stuff of like I'm an incredible strong ass bitch now because of it. No, this shit fucking sucks. And when I've had my low of low moments, I am crawling on the floor, sobbing to God, begging him to take me out because I'm tired. Then I come to and I'm like, you're right, I have so much work to do. Delusional. Thank you for not listening. Thank you for keeping me here. Type of thing. It unfortunately is also an illness that is so varied from person to person that also makes diagnosing it not only equally as difficult, but also treatment such a toss-up in the air. The conversation that I had was around my openly discussing my health issues. And while, like I said, this was not something that was necessarily done from a bad or evil space, or people being rude bitches or anything like that. I genuinely believe like this was done for like a protecting me type of thing. Like basically the tone was very like, I don't want people to pity you for being the sick girl type of thing. And I was like, bitch, I am the sick girl though. I have a whole platform because that's real life. Right, and while not everyone might be comfortable with that reality, and I do understand that, I also know that the reason why I speak up for my absences, whether it is here in pop culture or in my waking life, is because people have to know that this shit is real. Because I have heard and seen and experienced so many stories of women and people and allies, of their loved ones or themselves, having to be the crazy person advocating and crying and kicking and screaming for themselves that this is real. that their pain is real, that what they're experiencing is real, that their health is not just simply due to weight gain or excessive weight loss and the fluctuations that happen, but it is a real illness that impacts the entire body. There were nights, there's still nights, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, there are still nights when I sob into my fucking pillow and ask God if I'm making it all up in my head. Because this can't be real. Maybe I never woke up from my coma. Type of shit. Okay? And when this person tell me essentially that I need to like shut the fuck up and not speak so openly about what's going on with my health, it floored me. It hurt. It hurt because I realized in that moment, holy shit, we are a lot fucking worse off than I imagined. If another woman, if a mother, a sister, or grandmother, another woman is telling me to not express the reason for my absence in life due to my health issues, for fear of me being pitied. And I'm just sitting here like, you know what? I've talked about this on the internet where it's gotten so many freaking views and probably over 1,000 people have seen it. I'm not afraid of oh, she's the sickly little endo girl. I don't care. What I care about is people knowing that through my speaking up, they have a safe space. That they have someone to talk to when things go wrong in their life. When they feel like their entire fucking world is imploding because their body decided not to act right on a random fucking Tuesday because it's raining outside, and they feel like they want to disgustingly vomit over everywhere. And they simply can't fucking control it because that's the way their body is that day. I want to be the safe space where someone runs out of spoons for the day and is like, you know what? I started off at 10 spoons and I'm down to 3 and I need to go home right now. I want to be a person that really brings awareness to the silent conditions. Because when your girl was booted up, okay, everyone was concerned. Everyone wanted to know what happened. Everyone wanted to know how long. But when your girl is in the ER, or killed over in pain, or crying, because she is having a meltdown, and not only because endometriosis does directly impact your mental health, but it impacts your physical one, and stress is not one that is kind to the endo body. So when the mental crashes, the body crashes. Or vice versa, or all at once. Then the understanding stops. And that I care, but when will you get better starts. And that's the beauty of a chronic medical illness with no fucking cure, isn't it? It doesn't. Maybe one day it could. Maybe one day with enough research and enough people speaking loudly into the fucking ether, someone will find a way for other endo warriors to not experience everything that everyone before them has. Maybe one day someone will find what actually causes it. while there are many research studies and theories of like what does, it's not really fully known yet. The reason March is for a marvelous multitude of possibilities is because with endometriosis, you never know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the happiest, sunshiniest, bubbliest of days where you're just, yeah, and ready for life. Or you're gonna be absolutely numb to feelings and emotions and anything else and not giving a fuck. To being keeled over, crawling in pain because nothing makes it go away. To anger and rage. Cause that rage when she be hitting, I'm like, whoa. Whoa, queen, let's sit down for a second. Let's woosah in this bitch, because what are we doing? To having to do 1 to 2 hours every day of physical therapy just to be able to function. To completely careening your life sideways because you want to have a regular day and you push yourself too hard beyond your limits. To being ignored or diminished in the workplace because you are deemed as unreliable or underqualified for positions which you might be super qualified for, but your health confuses people. Or people think you're bullshitting. To falling into toxic patterns and tendencies because you need an escape. To finding the right therapy that works for you, the right meal plan that works for you, the right movement that works for you, the right friends and family and environments that truly understand you, the right support groups, the right places of employment where you actually have people that give a fuck and aren't scared of your illness but want to learn more to help bring awareness to it. To finding the right person for you, the love of your life, the partner that will be there not only when you're that huzzah moment of joy and I can do it all, but will hold you as you're keeled over in pain, begging God to make it stop. Possibilities truly are endless with this condition. That said, why does this matter to the journey of life, love, and self-healing? Because just like Endo, life is very unpredictable. Life has its very big highs and its very big lows and everything in between. Traversing life with a invisible medical chronic illness with no cure is not easy. It's not something that people enjoy. It's not something that people use as a crutch or as a fucking excuse. It is real. And for all my Endo warriors out there, for all my Endo allies, now I'm about to cry. For all my people that have lost people to endometriosis or the illnesses caused by it, you are not alone. Your experiences are real. And they are valid. And you deserve to live every day with the hope for a gorgeous new possibility of something going right, of something going your way, and knowing that even if you do have limitations, you are so deserving and so qualified and so capable and so loved. And more than anything, you are not alone. I'm here. I see you. As do many others. To everyone tuning in that is not an endo warrior or does not know someone besides yours truly with endo, hi, you probably do. You just don't know they have it. Whew. That's an interesting little download for my lovely hummingbirds. If you tune in to a grain of salt, it is time to do a cleanse, babies, because I just dropped my palo santo. Cleansey time is upon us. Do it. That said, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. In the description, you will find resources and so much more information as far as endometriosis. If you want any resources directly sent to you, feel free to email me at welcometothebouquet@gmail.com. It is the surefire email to get any and all information regarding endometriosis and endo awareness and advocacy and support groups and all of that. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support over the years. Thank you for sticking around past my impromptu hiatuses. Thank you for listening to this glittering endo warrior, brujita, podcasting, cosplaying, gorgeous Latina baddie that loves to do crazy ass makeup looks and laugh and listen to music and dance her ass off. Thank you for sticking through. I hope you enjoy pop culture moving forward. I hope that you are thrilled to see what's next, and I hope you leave some comments of like what you would like to see when it comes to all the series on this channel. Who do you want me to interview? Who do you want to guest co-host an episode of Rate It? What do you want us to review on this channel? Things of that nature. What topics around spirituality are you curious about and you want to learn more about that you don't want to research but you just want to watch a funsy little 1 hour video on? Let me know in the comments below. And my lovely hummingbirds, if no one has told you today, I will tell you today. I love you. You matter. I'm so fucking proud of you. And I know that even if today didn't rack up to all it was meant to be, tomorrow is a day where you get to start again. And if all you can do is simply be, then simply being is just more than enough. I love you, my lovely, lovely hummingbirds. My lovely, lovely, gorgeous, gorgeous women out there. All my gorgeous, gorgeous girls. And all my endo warriors. Happy March. And may it be a March that is full of marvelous, magnificent possibilities. I love you all so much. As always, les mando mucha paz, muchos besos, y les recuerdo que miren hacia la luna, sending you much peace, many kisses, or many toes like up the moon. I love y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.